It's Tuesday, and that means it's time for another Tiny Tidy. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. Today I'm going to do an around the house declutter. I'm not going to go around my house and declutter. I've already gathered the things, but it's almost Christmas and I've already gone through my Christmas decorations a couple times, maybe 3 times, and done some decluttering on that. So this time I just wanted to gather some of the things around my house that I no longer want to keep and get them out of here so that it can help me to do the last minute tidying up around the house without all that extra in my way. So if you've got anything around your house that you want to do, tidy up, clean, organize, or declutter, grab your stuff and come on and let's do it together. And don't forget to watch the playlist. I'll have a link in the description box below. This collaboration is called Tiny Tidy Tuesdays. Sunday Dawn from The Helpful Home. She is the host of Tiny Tidy Tuesdays, but she's on hiatus right now. So I have been putting together the playlist in her absence, but she's going to be back pretty soon. I think she's expecting to come back maybe in January, February, maybe at the latest. So we shall see. But meanwhile, keep showing up, keep supporting the ladies who are putting together these tiny tidies, and get some inspiration and motivation from all of them because they all have something different to share with you. So I'm going to get started with what I have. You grab your stuff and you just do whatever you want to do. You don't have to do the same thing that I am doing. One of the things that I did was I went and looked in my closet and found some things. And some of these were in my little Niggles box, if you know what my little Niggles box is. It's the box where I put things when I know I'm gonna let them go. So this was in there. This is a sweater dress, and I've had this for several years. I wore it a lot when I was working. And we went to a wedding recently. It was on Halloween. We were videotaping the wedding. It was for a friend's daughter. And I needed to have something to wear. So I pulled this out. I thought, well, maybe I can wear this. And then I thought, no, it doesn't look good. I did find something to wear. But I didn't wear this. And I thought, I really don't want to wear that anymore. So it went right straight into my little Niggles box. And now I'm actually, the only reason I hang on to the stuff is so I can do the videos. So now it's finally going to go and find a new home. Another thing that I found that I am ready to let go of is this little vest thing. And I got this, I got this a few months ago at the thrift store. And I wore it a couple of times, but then I realized it's just really not me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go. And this is another thing that I wore a lot when I was working. And it is a nice, cozy sweater. And I do need stuff like that. But I found that when I put this one on now, I just really realized that I don't really care for the grays. I didn't really like them then, and I don't really like them now on me. I mean, grays are pretty, it's pretty on some people, but it's just not my color. And so I've decluttered most of my light grays already, but now I'm also getting the darker grays. The problem I find is that sometimes when I go shopping, that's the only thing I can find are grays that will fit or look right. Even no matter if I go to the thrift store or where I go, that seems to be all I can find, and I'm not happy about that. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go, and it's still in good shape, so maybe somebody else can use it. And another one that I really like is this one. And it's really cute because it has, you probably can't tell it on here, but it has a bit of a shape to it, the way that it is designed. I didn't wear this one a whole lot though, because it's a little bit heavier. It's thick, it's more tightly knit or whatever sweater material or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. It's heavier, thicker, and when I first started working, I also started menopause. And you know how that goes. If you've had menopause, you know how that goes. And also in my closet, I had my little kitty cat house slippers, house shoes, whatever I call them house shoes, but house slippers, whatever you call them. I've worn these for a little while. The kitty cat lost its ear. And they're getting kind of worn out. The tread on the bottom is, worn off and all that. So I decided that I'm just going to go ahead and toss these. This Kleenex box. I have this one at the head of our bed, and I had it so that I could put, well, it had Kleenexes in it, and then I kept it after the Kleenexes were gone so that I could, and I pushed down the thing so that I could put things in it. But I have since then, or since I was doing that, I have replaced that with a basket. So this can go, a sheet, and oh, I folded it with the poke it in the pocket method, and Jean Bose had asked, she had requested that I do a tutorial for how I folded them so that you could do the poke it in the pocket method. I don't know if everybody does it this way, but I did put together a little thing showing how I folded our quilt, and I'm going to put that at the end of this video. So if you want to see that, you can stick around for that, and if not, thanks for watching. But I do have a few more things, so stick around. I have a few more things to show you that I gathered around the house. But this sheet is also going to go. I think this was in the other bedroom. You know, I've decluttered a lot of my books. I had quite a few books, and some of them I had decided I wanted to read them, and then I would declutter them. Oh, this is one that I had in my I want to read it pile. And so I finally read it, and I am ready to let this go, and I'm going to pass that along. A couple of days ago, my family decided to have a Christmas exchange. And sometimes we used to do it where everybody brought something for everybody, and then we started doing it where we just drew names, and then sometimes we would have a list, or you know, you'd have a limit. And then we started doing a thing where we would bring something from our house that we no longer wanted, which is perfect when you're decluttering, right? So you can find things usually easily. But I was looking around, I'm like, I've decluttered so much. I don't know if I have anything. I did remember something. I decluttered it the other day, and I even mentioned it in the video. And if you remember what it was, that's what I'm going to give. And Randy's going to do his own. I asked him, I said, do you want me to get something, you know, do you want me to find something for you to give to? And he said, no, he wanted to do his own. So he's going to, I probably won't even see it until we're there, because that's just how he does. But I wanted to find something to put it in, and I like to find something that can also be a gift when I'm putting a gift together. So you can get the gift bags that you buy at the store, or you can wrap it, you can put it in a box or something. But if I can find something to put things in that can also be a gift, I like to do that. The other option is if you don't have something around your house to give, you can just do $5. And I thought, well, if I can't, or a $5 gift. And I thought, well, if I can't find anything around the house, I can always get a gift card, and that could go in here, right? And so then I would have a gift and a $5 gift card. So I had this out, and I was looking at it, and I didn't even realize it's got a little saying at the bottom of it, and it actually says something about Christmas. So that would have been perfect, but it won't work for mine. So, and I don't know how big Randy's things are, and he might not want to wrap his in that. So anyway, that long story to say, I'm going to declutter this little thing, but it is really cute. Hopefully somebody will enjoy it. Another thing that I have done recently is there's a little chest, some drawers there they've been in our living room. It was Randy's. It was in his room when he was growing up, and it's small. And when I was painting in the living room, I moved things around a little bit, and I decided, and I'd been thinking about doing it for a while, but I decided to go ahead and empty the drawers out. I relocated everything that was in it except a couple things that were Randy's. And then I just said, if you want to, this stuff that's on the TV stand, if you want to put that in there, go ahead. And then I just walked away. And I don't know how much time passed, a few weeks. And then I walked in one day, and he was actually putting things in there. And I said, oh, are you putting things in there? And he said, yes. And I said, oh, nice. And then it'll be cleared off. And he said, yeah. And then I could put more stuff. And I said, So I don't know how that's going to work out. He's got most of the stuff cleared off there, which y'all know, if you watch my channel, you know that's a big deal. So he's got most of the stuff cleared off on there, on that, off of the TV thing. And hopefully he won't put more things on there, because that's been the typical way it happens. If I give him a basket, he overflows it, and then there's more and more and more, and so that doesn't work for everyone. I'm hoping this drawer thing will work. The one thing he did say too is he is concerned that he won't remember that it's there. And I said, well, I can put a label on it, and he said no. So I don't think he likes labels either. I'm not a label person, and neither is he. Anyway, I'll keep you updated on that if there's anything to update. But for now, that's where it is. And if I get a chance, I'm going to dust off that TV stand, and you'll see exactly why it's not a good idea to have so much stuff on your surfaces. I'll show you. I hope he doesn't clean it, because he said, oh, I was going to do that. I'm like, no, leave it so I can have it for my video. So as long as he doesn't get rid of the evidence, I will have that to show you. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I did find some things while I was taking the stuff out. I think I got this out of that drawer. I'm not positive, but I have this. This is a plastic grocery bag, and it's just folded up. I don't need that. And this is a old thing. It was just like one of those things where you go around to like a fair or something, and they have these things they're handing out. And it has Band-Aids in it. And this thing's so old, those Band-Aids probably don't work. And the likelihood of us taking them out and putting fresh ones in and then actually using it are not great, because we didn't use these either. So that can go. And when, a year or so ago, when we were looking to get a mattress, we went looking around, and we went to a place that has the purple mattress or whatever it's called, and the guy gave me this little thing, and I thought, oh, I could use that in my dollhouse, but I never did, so I'm just going to go ahead and let it go. But it's a cute little thing. And there was a battery. I have no idea what it was to. I'll probably ask Randy before I toss this. I'll ask him if this is something that he needs. It may not even be any good anymore. It's been in that drawer for like ever. And there was a check register thing. I think it, actually, if I'm remembering right, because this is one of, it's been a while since I took that stuff out of there. I think it was in a, the checkbook cover thing. I think it was in that, and I took it out because it is for 1981, 82, and 83. Never used. And I think it's okay if we go ahead and let it go. You think so? Let's see. Another place that I found something that I'm ready to let go of is in our basement. And there's this book, and it's called The Three Wishes. It's a really cute little book. Is it a little golden book? It's a Rand McNally Jr. elf book. And it's just a real cute little story. And I had it down there in the basement for a long time, and I just really enjoyed having it. It's just really cute, you know, and I enjoyed having it just as something to look at, like a little happy, but down there in the basement. But I'm ready. I'm ready to go ahead and let that go. Just a few minutes ago, I went in and looked in our bread drawer and grabbed out all of these. It has apparently been a while since I've cleaned that out, because look at all these bread ties. And so usually I only leave like 2 or 3 in there for Randy, because he likes to have a few handy. And then I have a few in another place, maybe, you know, just like 2 or 3. And the rest of them, I just toss them. And I apparently have not done that. So go check your bread drawer and see if you have any of those down in there. And if you do, keep a couple and then toss the rest, if you use them. If you never use those for anything, then you don't even need to keep a couple. But we do every once in a while use them for something. This was also in that drawer that I cleared out and let Randy have the stuff. It is I think it's a top to a marker. Well, I don't know where the marker's at, so that can go in the trash. I also took a peek in our refrigerator to see what I could find to let go of, and if there's anything that needed to go, and there was. We had several packets of ketchup and mayonnaise. There's even a mustard in here. Neither of us eats mustard. And I think there was one that was honey. Not sure. But anyway, no, I don't see honey. Must have been the mustard I was seeing. It's ketchup and mayonnaise mostly. And they've been in there like for a long time. And we have ketchup and we have mayonnaise. And when Randy brings these home, and you know, we put them in there, and sometimes we use them, but after they've been there for a while, I get, you know, it's getting a little sketchy for me. I don't know, maybe they don't go bad, but I'm just gonna go ahead and let them go. Bye-bye. The other thing I found in there to let go of is we have this IBC root beer case. I don't know what year it was. I think we were still living at the other house. And we moved here in 2008. Yes, I snorted because this is funny. We moved here in 2008, and I think it was before that, and I think we moved this with us. I could be wrong. It could have been after we moved here, but I'm pretty sure we still lived at the other house. And so one year for Christmas, I bought him, he likes root beer, and so I bought him a 6-pack with the bottles. There's still a bottle of it in the refrigerator, and he won't let me throw it away. He's like, no, I'll drink it someday. Okay. But I kept this, you know, because they were in it. And then we started using it to put other things in. And when he was working, I had these bottles for tea that I used to get, and I don't get them anymore, but because I can't drink the tea. But he would use these to put water in or something. Well, he's not working anymore, so he doesn't need to do that. And so I have 3 of these in the refrigerator that I said, do you need these anymore? And he said, I don't think so. So those are going. So that cleared out that much space, you know, in my refrigerator. Yay. And one more place that I went looking, and I have rearranged a little bit, is the doll cabinet that I have in the spare bedroom. One thing I did find in there that I'm ready to let go of is this little card. When I went through our cards, I took this one and put one in there because I just think it's really cute. Reminds me of Tom Sawyer, you know, the whitewashing and the fence, but it says anything is possible, and that is true. Anything is possible. We just got to make it happen. Well, maybe not anything, but you get the point, right? It's actually a Christmas ornament. She has a stand, and I just thought maybe some little girl or some lady maybe might really enjoy having her for Christmas. So I'm going to go ahead and let her go and post it on Buy Nothing, and maybe she will find a new home soon. And I have this doll, and I've had this one many years. I don't remember what year it was, but I've had this for a long time. She also has a thing where you can hang her up, but the way that she's made it, this is the stand, so it's like that, and so then you just put that up through the dress and then put it, the stand goes up into a little hole up in there. I can't find it. I can't find it. There it went. I think so. It's like a little place, and that's how that one works. But then you can drape the thing around, and I got to go along with her. I bought this years ago. We got them at the same time. This cute little puppy dog, and I just think they are so cute together. And so I didn't want to split them up. I was ready to let go of her, and this is her dog, so I have to let the puppy go too. I'm not going to be selfish. So they are both going to go and find a new home now. So now stick around if you want to see what I did, or how I folded the quilt using the poke in the pocket method. And also, if I remember or get time to do it, I am going to go in there and clean off that dust. If I don't do that now, I will do it for another video, but I'm going to try to get it done now because I really want that dust gone. I don't like to dust. Y'all know I don't like to dust. I just don't remember to do it. I can't help but see it. It's like clutter. You know, you can't help but see it because it doesn't go well. So if you've got a dusty mess and you want to clean that off, you can go ahead and count that as decluttering as far as I'm concerned, because that's what I'm going to do. And I'll show you. It looks like clutter. By request, I am going to show you how I folded this quilt. I did this in my last video, my last Tiny Tidy, when I tidied up the shelf in our closet. I didn't actually show how I folded the quilt. I just showed that I put it in and did what I call the poke it in the pocket method. And Jean Bose asked me to do a tutorial on that. First things first, let's just go ahead and deconstruct it. And you can see how easy it is to unfold it. So it just comes right out. And then we have this folding over this way. And now you can see, I'm not going to take this all apart. Hopefully you can see how it's working, because this is a king size quilt and it'll be a bit much to redo it all. But first of all, I folded it one direction in half, and then I folded it the other direction in half. So There we go. That's the first thing. Fold one way and then fold the other way. Then, let's see if I can, I don't know that it's really straight, but it's okay. I'm using one hand. And then I fold it over a third of the way. So I'm going to be folding into thirds. And I've got the edges here so that it'll look more nice, or look nice. And then the folded edge on this side, just plop it over. See? So there's that. Now, I'm going to bring this end down here. And the whole concept is so that you have this nice little pocket thing. And there could be other ways to do this. You could poke it into any of these, but I'm going to use this top one. And then I just bring the other edge up. Let's see if we can do it with one hand, because that's what I've got going on here. If I can do this with one hand, y'all can do this with two, right? So if you've got two hands, you can do this. There you go. Or a helper. Okay, I may not be able to get it in perfectly, but you get the idea, right? That's not too awfully bad. Now, when you're using both hands, maybe if I use my right hand, I can do it. There, that's a little bit better. Now that I've got it all up in there, you can see how it looks. Now, if you want to, you can just kind of roll it down a little bit. It's easier if you do with both hands. But that way you can get this part kind of toward the bottom so that you won't be able to see that edge. And then if you wanted to use it as, of course you would be using both hands, if you wanted to use it as a cushion, you could do that and you wouldn't be able to tell. You could turn it either direction. That would be a space-saving idea. And actually Carrie commented that she had seen that in a video and that she was going to do that. And I'm like, yes, that's actually a thing that a lot of people do. And in fact, this is another one that I have done. It's been on the bed. I don't know that I ever showed it on the channel. But this is the quilt that I had made for one of my great nieces when she was little. And she doesn't have her own place. Well, she does, but she's, you know, she doesn't have her own place where she can have this yet. And so I told her I would keep it for her until she gets to the point where she's ready and has a home where she can take it. And I tried putting it on the bed. I tried different things with it in the spare bedroom, but it just didn't quite look right. So what I did was I folded it, and I had to get a little creative with it. So it's not folded in the same way. I had to figure out how to fold this particular one so that I could poke it in a pocket, but also make it look right so that I would see this particular part of the design. And then I wanted it to stay together. We're not going to be using it. And also I wanted it to look kind of pretty. So I had this ribbon, and it was actually ribbon that I was going to declutter. I pulled a spool of ribbon out and used it to tie bows on here. And there's one here. If I wanted to, I could pull that around and I have bows showing on both sides. But I wanted it like this, and so I keep that on the bed in the spare bedroom all the time. So you can have it as a little throw pillow on a couch or on a bed. And I don't want to forget to thank my good friend Jean Bowes for requesting this tutorial on the poke it in the pocket method of folding. She has been a wonderful supporter for, I don't know if it's been since the beginning of when I had my channel, but for a long time now. She is, I believe she's in her 80s, and the woman is magnificent. Magnificent. If you haven't seen her down in the comments, you need to look down there and see just what that lady has going on. She's pretty cool. I tell her she's my hero. Hey, and let me know if you do the poke it in the pocket method with your quilts and blankets and sheets and towels and throws and whatever, or if now you're going to give it a try. Let me know down in the comments if you did a tiny tidy along with me. Until next time, happy decluttering. Bye, and Merry Christmas. Oh, and one more thing, I almost forgot. Can you see? I've already been changing and rearranging again. Are you showing up just in time for Mommy's picture again? Yeah, okay. Bye, Bubby. Yeah.